Hi there, and welcome to this episode of Consciousness and Empowerment. Here we talk about consciousness, spiritual laws, wisdom, and how to reach your fucking dreams. I don't know why my throat broke right there. My voice cracked when I said, I think spiritual laws. Now, today we're going to talk about how to create an unstoppable mindset. Okay, so we're going to go over two things here today: the mindset, self-validation, and two, understanding how processes work, having wisdom in the process towards a result and the achievement of that result. Now, a lot of times we break down mentally, or we get, when I say break down mentally, is the negative emotions, okay? We have shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride. We have all these things because we have certain beliefs in our mind about how the world works, how the physical reality works. So these are incorrect programs, all right? Incorrect programs that we have, not just individually, but also society has them. Okay? Like, for example, killing other human beings is not something in harmony with our higher selves. In our hearts, we know that is wrong. In our hearts, robbing somebody and then killing somebody is wrong. Same with bullying. We know it is wrong, but it is coming from a idea that I must protect myself, okay? It's a fearful us versus them, my desires and wants, need. Essentially, all we need is just water, oxygen, and some food, and a place to sleep. We can sleep on the floor if we have to. So we just need water and food. All right. Water, food, oxygen. But you may have contentment in your heart already to get to that point where you can have that. That's why I know how monks can live. I'm basically a monk because I got into that point. Okay, we could call it enlightenment, awareness. Solution is the development of your awareness, the development of consciousness. What this channel is about. So let's develop our levels of consciousness, because our consciousness is going to be on these levels. All right. So the way we get out of this is through independent thinking. That goes to the way you talk. I choose this. I choose to do this. I am grateful for this. These good things happened to me. You start programming your brain. It becomes a habitual way of doing things. Habits. Just like you brush your teeth is a habit. So is your way of thinking is a habit. And going back to independent thinking, Stephen Covey in the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he calls this being proactive is habit 1. But you must get out of dependence. So if your life is around your validation, your self-worth is around, taking care of your kids, going to work, church. But imagine that you were sent somewhere where you didn't have none of that. Will you still be happy and feel whole and complete? If your answer is no, then you're not centered in these principles, okay? Principles of self-validation or proactiveness, okay? A proactive person has self-validation. He or she gets the sense of worthiness, of self-esteem through their thoughts, okay? They say, I choose to do this. I know I control what I can control. So I focus on what I can control and encourage those around me to be the best versions of themselves. We go back to love. Essentially, all of these quotes go back to love, go back to harmony and balance, moderation, and growth. Just because you have moderation and balance doesn't mean that you're not fucking growing. In nature, we see the heat, the sun, and we see the cold, the moon. There's a balance. We see dry weather, we see rain, okay? We plant and then it grows. We sow and we reap, okay? When you pick up one stick, this is an analogy. You pick up one side of the stick, you pick up the other side. Same with the positive ideas. Positive thoughts linked with universal laws will give you the positive results all the time. So that's self-validation, okay? And understanding that you control what you can control. These are some practices that you can use. Work out, boost up your endorphin. Message somebody, tell them you're grateful for them, or message a group, a family group, or on your text messages, or call them, or send them a text, something. Connect with a group. Nowadays, we can connect so much, it's amazing. Even on your social media, you can see them as your group. The people who follow you, they're literally your group, all right? And what else? Gratitude. Write 3 things you're grateful for in the morning as soon as you get up, and 3 good things happen to you the day before. If this is at the end of the day, which I also do at the end of the day, then write 3 things happen to you that day. You can repeat the same things the next day. Okay, as long as you're doing it over and over and over again, you start programming yourself. This is called the Tetris effect. This is a theory they named it Tetris effect, but it's shown in studies, okay, that when you think a certain way, it starts becoming a habitual way of thinking. So if you start thinking positive and with gratitude, you'll be content, you'll be fulfilled. Happiness is contentment. Contentment is happiness, and we're content when we're in the workflow. So let's go on to getting the actions done. Okay, achieving your dreams. There is a balance that we must have that Stephen Covey talks about in the book, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and that's production of the result, and production capabilities. He uses the analogy of the goose. Okay, don't kill the goose that's laying the golden eggs. Don't destroy the asset. Don't destroy yourself. Don't destroy the machine, your business. Okay, just to get the result, which is the money, or your body when it's a pleasure or health. You can literally run your body to the ground. When I mean pleasure, I mean like too much drinking or too much sex. There's a detrimental route that way. But as well as working out, you can do it for working out, overtraining. Wake up the next day, you're like sick, or hurting yourself. Conor McGregor broke his foot because the days before, maybe weeks before, he had a messed up shin. It was injured. It was swollen. He like, hey, fuck it, let's go. And he was kicking it with it, and P/PC balance. We got to keep that in mind, okay? So as we're working towards our goals, we have to have that in mind, and we're gonna get there. And we keep learning and we keep growing. Let's understand that the universe is always for expansion and for expression. That's something Thomas Troward tells us, okay? As well as Thomas Campbell in his book, My Big Toe, The Big Theory of Everything. Evolution is awareness, evolution. Or awareness, consciousness is evolution. Increasing your awareness is evolution. You start seeing patterns. The wisdom that I am bestowing upon you, you're seeing the patterns in mind, in nature, in history. So we must use our understanding, which is our reason, to get out of these areas of the low vibration. See, reason's up here. We can skip all of these because we start using our intelligence, okay, to get into the higher vibrations, which is connecting to our conscience and the higher power, enlightenment. Because we see the patterns, we can be loving. We know we're all just trying to live and grow and evolve. You can see an animal who's evolving, like the finches. We use Darwin's finches. They have consciousness. They're evolving. They're changing their feathers, changing their beaks. That is consciousness development. Could becoming aware. Okay, maybe if my beak is a little bit better, And then the women are like, okay, he developed the beak, his beak a certain way, so I am going to mate with him. It starts evolving. But with us, it's gonna be like, with our evolution, it's like, okay, evolution it's obvious here. Love, working in harmony. That's human evolution. I'm not saying that it's always gonna get the partner, but human evolution is love, harmony, conscious awareness, intelligence, and developing a better understanding. But is our wisdom gonna catch up? This is what Thomas Campbell shares. Our wisdom, our understanding of love, okay, of joy, peace, harmony, enlightenment, gonna catch up with our reason and intelligence? Or are we gonna use it for the low consciousness of humanity? Shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride. If you look at the nations and how they function, a lot of it's fear, anger, pride. We begin to see courage when people speak out, like celebrities speak out of injustices, and when they talk about these big celebrities, because we get to notice them because they have big influences on media. When they speak out, that's courage, because they can lose deals, a lot of exterior shit. But going back to getting your validation from your mindset, controlling the things you can only control, and therefore boosting up your morale through exercise, through gratitude, and all those things. That's just from enlightenment. It's just like understanding, and then trying to better everybody else's life. Love, joy, enlightenment, and it makes you even more happy. Okay, that's why I'm here. I'm here to empower you in this way. So I hope you like this one. This is how you're gonna get your dreams to be accomplished. Okay, yes, you could do it through hammering, but eventually you get sick, and that becomes a habit. I did that through UCLA, hammering. I did it through fear, so I was really locked in. So I didn't really develop my other areas of like wealth, of love, and just making better connections that I wish I could have. But I still have the connections, right? I have family, I have connections, but you can have it all, and you can achieve your fucking dreams. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm also starting a community where I'm gonna have 3 things that we're gonna be doing there. Okay, 1, daily improvement. So you're required, you're not forced or anything, but you're highly encouraged to post things that you're learning. 2, I'm gonna have courses on the 3 ways of conscious evolution that Stephen Covey's sharing independence, interdependent, and then we go into Kaizen, or constantly improving. And then third, we're gonna have group meetings. They're gonna be called breaking bread. So come in virtually. We're gonna be eating together once a month and talking about PMA, things that we're grateful for, things that are gonna help us achieve our goals, like the studies of Neville Goddard and how we manifested. So successes, okay? We're gonna go over successes, and in the end, we're gonna ask for feedback and support. So it's basically a mastermind that we're gonna be having. We're gonna be doing that, and then also later down the road, we'll be doing those in person. And you'll have to be a member to be there in person. I hope you like this one. Until next time, peace.